Speech 2. This is Lisa West. I'm doing a speech over art. It's a persuasive speech. Hello, my name is Lisa West. I'm here today to discuss with you about a beautiful piece of artwork that I was introduced to over 30 years ago. In researching this artwork, I was able to speak with the actual artist's son. His name was Richard Windberg. And they have a Windberg Art Center up in just north of Austin. The piece of work is titled Thundering Splendor. Now imagine this, you're in Yellowstone Park, and you've been told that the Yellowstone River, which is the 22nd longest river in the United States, runs through Yellowstone Park, and that there's a falls there that plunges 308 feet, which is twice of Niagara. Now the beauty of the falls is you can actually see the falls from your car. There are 4 different vantage points. Now there's an artist in Texas. He's now 80 years old, still living. His name is Windberg. He decided to do a series on the national parks, and as his first landscape to do, he chose Thundering Splendor. Because as you come around the corner, you hear the rush of this water. It's a 70-foot wide gap rushing down and exploding into the bottom, 308 feet deep. This is the artwork, Thundering Splendor. If you'll notice on the PowerPoint, there is a picture there. Mr. West, if you would access that for us. Thundering Splendor was originally painted in this 24 by 16. This is a signed piece. There were 10,000 editions. This is original framing of when it was painted in 1979. The original is an oil painting, and it's owned in a private collection. When I talked with Richard Windberg, they said they weren't quite sure who privately owned it, but they wanted to remain anonymous. His father, he said, really enjoyed this particular artwork because he was able to go out there in September 1979 and observe this falls in all of its grandeur. The rushing sound, the beauty. And the beautiful thing about this type of artwork that Mr. Windberg does, he always includes some part of nature. Right down in this bottom area, you'll see there's a beautiful grizzly bear mama with her cub. You might not be able to see it, but there are also birds that are circling, probably eagles through here. The artwork itself is highly acclaimed. Wikipedia is where I got my information from, the actual falls itself. The falls are thundering like this all year round. Now, one thing I think that would be wonderful about having this in your collection is if you're an outdoors person or you enjoy the sound of water like I do, this piece of artwork hangs in my den. And I'm forever looking at it and thinking about the waterfalls and the sound of the waterfall as it goes over. This artwork is still available. When I did a search, it comes up about, I think I got 1,300 hits on Google for this piece of artwork. There is a smaller print that you can purchase, which is not signed. It's much more reasonable to purchase. That's available. It's a 16 by 12. It's available from the Windberg Art Center. Like I said, it's north in Georgetown of Austin. The goes for $125, and you can actually meet the artist, Mr. Windberg himself. On the back, which I also took some of the information from, you'll see that there's an affidavit, a special edition. You will get an affidavit for those sizes as well, is what I was told by Mr. Windberg's son, Richard. Well, I thank you very much for looking at this artwork, and the National Park series is a beautiful series, but I highly, highly recommend that you get the very first one in the series called Thundering Splendor. And Bill, if you would please do the PowerPoint, it'll give you more information on the artist as well as the piece of work. So I want to say thank you very much, and I appreciate the time that you've given me to enjoy Thundering Splendor.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.